Thank you guys for your patience. Oh, looks like it's working. Sweet. All right, guys. Well, let's go ahead and get started. Um, First off, let me go ahead and press play here, and then I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen. Let me know if you guys cannot see my screen. You should be able to see it now. I'll go over to social CRM and we'll just leave that on there for a second. And I'm going to open up the chat box over here, and then we're good. All right, cool. All right, perfect. All right, so guys, I wanted to, start this off with a couple of things for the newer people. So you'll have to bear with me. This is not a sales attempt. Obviously, most of the people on this call have already paid for my training, but there are going to be quite a few new people listening in, and I think a lot of people kind of get confused with, what it is that I do. So let's go over that real quick. And if I could get nothing wants to cooperate here for some reason. There it goes. All right. So the biggest question I get is, what is the social agent, right? So a lot of people will mix me up and they'll just go, man, I get a lot of people, or I get a lot of lead generation companies that reach out to me all the time. And, I have to stop them right there. And there's really, when I talk to them, it comes off kind of rude, but I promise you, I don't mean it to sound rude, but I'm not a lead generation company. And I also never reach out to anyone ever unsolicited. Every person I've ever sent information to, every person who's ever gotten information about my training has messaged me directly or commented in the group that they want the information, and I send it over. You will never, ever, ever catch me in your inbox randomly on the first message saying, "Hey, I'm William. You want to buy my training?" That shit doesn't happen. I don't work like that. I never have. I never will. So if you ever get a message from somebody pretending to work for me, it ain't me. I handle all my own client interactions from the moment you want to sign up till the moment your order's done. I am the one that handles all of that stuff. Now, what's the difference between the social agent and other lead generation companies? Well, the biggest thing is I'm not a lead generation company. I don't charge you monthly. I'm not charging you per lead. I'm not taking a piece of your commission from the leads. You are paying me a one-time fee to set up all of the ads that work, that I've tested over the years. And I'll show you actually while I'm talking that I've tested over the years, and I continually test every single year. Um, I do all of that. I get them set up, both buyer ads, seller ads. My buyer's ads are also set up to draw in listings, with the exception of the first time home buyer ad, of course. We're shifting gears with the changes that are coming. But again, my goal is one-time fee, get you guys set up, give you the ability to start generating leads immediately, and also the training to take control of your marketing so that you don't have to keep paying these shitty companies that are taking a bunch of your commission or charging you $4,000 a month or $2,000 a month, and you're getting crap leads. What's your home worth? Crap, and all this other stuff that you guys are trying to avoid. That's always been my goal. That's always been what I've done. And that is why I created the group, so that you'll be able to learn how to do this on your own, so that you'll be able to see other people's results. You'll be able to reach out to other agents in the group, ask those questions, ask questions in the group, etc. So this is an example. I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen this before. This is my last year's spend. I spent just under 400K last year testing ads. That's all I did, was test ads, and I do that to make sure those ads are going to work well in the majority of the market. Okay. If they don't test well in over 90% of every market that I test them in across the country, they don't make it into the mainstream ads. Period. They just don't make it in. It's in my best interest. A lot of companies will just throw ads together, throw them out there for you, take your money, have a good day. You never get good service from them after that, right? It's not in my best interest to do that. It's in the best interest to make sure that you guys can close these leads, that you have the best possible leads coming in, because when you do, you're going to refer people to me, and I'm going to get more business. And I'm going to continue to be able to do this. And that's why I've been here for 10 years, because I operate that way. And if there's anybody on this webinar right now, probably a few people I can call out: Bob Garagliano, Denise Tucker. Um, Let me see. I got quite a few new people on here too, but you'll know that if you've worked with me a year or two ago and you messaged me a week ago, or a year later, I'm going to respond to you and I'm going to help you just like you signed up the day before. Okay. Um, also, when I send you out the training information, for every ad, things are different, right? If you're doing a seller ad, it's, you're promising them something. Hey, I'm going to give you a list of top 10, tips to get your home ready for sale, or, how to increase the value of your home without spending a bunch of money uh, before you list it, things like that. I provide all those documents for you. I set you guys up with the best possible chance of success before you get going. I also have a CRM. You guys are not mandated to use that as a part of the program, but it is an option. And I also have the new Social Agent Content Hub coming out. That's new. It's going to be a low monthly cost. Well, you'll have 365 days a year. Every single week, we're going to be releasing multiple pieces of content, funny memes, drip campaigns, scripts, self-help stuff, engagement posts for Facebook. I'm sure you guys look at my personal Facebook and you'll be like, oh, why does he post this or why does he post that? It's to create engagement, because if I keep myself top of mind without posting, hey, buy your house for me today, or, buy or sell a home with me, all the same bullshit you see everybody else posting, right? That annoys your sphere on Facebook. You do it indirectly by posting funny memes and things that let them know or remind them that you're a realtor, but it doesn't look like you're coming off that way, right? You're not saying, hey, I'm going to call you next week, or you're not calling your grandma or grandpa or cousins 15 times a month and pissing them off and making them not want to be around you. That's what happens when you work the hell out of your sphere of influence. Working social media the right way is an extremely lucrative way to make money, whether it be through, that channel, which is one part of it, paid ads, working the leads, follow up, all those things. Then we're going to get into those things in just a minute. So again, that's the biggest difference between me um, and lead generation companies. Is I'm not a lead generation company. I am a trainer that sets you up for the best possible way for you not to have to fall into paying those monthly lead gen companies. And guys, feel free to ask questions as we go along and I'll answer them as I can. I'm going to try to keep this at an hour because I do have an appointment to get to. Plus, we don't want it to be too long. There is one question in here. I'm going to take that one real quick and then I'll come back to other ones in a minute. So Madison Howell asked, do you create ads for other businesses? If so, are you able to create custom ads? Yes, I do. So I just got really popular in real estate, but I work in many, many industries. It's basically just a separate setup cost. Like, if you pay for the package for real estate, you'd get the same package just in what you're doing. For example, I signed up a contractor yesterday. I work with a lot of contractors. He gets the same number of ads as the mega package. The mega package is the only package that I offer right now that offers free refreshes and free custom ads, 3 per month. So if you have a program you're running and you want to run an ad for it, you can hit us up and we'll create that for you, but that's only a part of that package. I do not recommend logos on the ads. Here's the reality, right? Madison, I'm not directing this at you. This is just in general. Through testing, the reality is people don't give a shit what we look like. They don't care about our logos. They don't care about our gold and black or red and blue or whatever logo colors or brand colors we have. And again, I'm not directing this at you. I'm just saying it in general because that's the feedback I get from the market. Whenever I test ads, and I've done this before, I'll test an ad with like the agent's branding on it and the exact same ad without it, same photo, just without it. The leads are about 50% lower in cost because the first thing they're going to see on that photo is your face, and they don't care about that. The reality is all they care about is getting the information they want from you without feeling like they're going to get sold the second you get on the phone with them. That's the biggest key driver behind online user behavior. So one of the biggest questions I get in here is like, how long does it take to get a closed deal from your system? That's a very, very hard question to answer, but it's all relative. But the average is usually from inception of lead to close, to get your first couple of deals, 2 to 3 months. Now, remember what business you're in, right? You're not selling a shelf product, right? You're not selling something that they can walk into a store and grab today. Okay, you got to get the leads, you got to create a relationship. If they're a buyer, you got to get them under contract, you got to get them approved for a loan, get them under contract, wait 45 days to close or 30 days, whatever that is. Typically that ends up being a 2 to 3 month period. So that is an immediate close. So in the terms of real estate, a quick close deal is 2 to 3 months. Unless you just get somebody who's pre-approved, ready to go and can close in 14 days if your lender can do it. That's happened also. But with online leads, whether no matter where you get them from, and of course quality is different depending on how the ads are built and run, right? But you're going to be able to close deals consistently as long as you stay um, very aggressive with your follow up, right? Our follow up with my teams and with my brokerage when we ran them was it was 75 touches in 90 days. So we constantly followed up. We were followed up 2 to 3 times a week in the first, I mean, 2 to 3 times a day in the first week. It's a true buy or die situation. If you're not going to work on with me, I want you to tell me to fuck off. I don't want you to keep on letting me call you and not answering the phone or sending me to voicemail. And again, guys, I told you if curse words are not for you, I do curse. Probably not the right webinar for you. I give it to you straight, but I give you really good information. Um, but again, right, I don't want them, you know, having me call because as over time you're going to build up to 300 leads, then 500 leads, then 700 leads. If you consistently generate, I don't need 500 of those leads to be people who are never going to work with me. I want them to tell me to piss off so that I can move on. That's what I need. That's what I want. That's what we have to have. Okay. Um, average close rate, right? Average close rate is all over the board when it comes to the different types of ads, what type of ads you're using, what type of year, what time of year it is, what the market looks like right now. But right now, people are closing anywhere between 3 and 8%, depending on which ads package they have and which variation of ads they're running. Are there people that close nothing? Yes, there are. That's the minority, very, very few. But there are those folks that take my training and don't want to listen to anything I have to say and think they know best, and they go out there and they do it and they fail. And you're paying me so that you don't have to go reinvent a wheel or invent a new one for yourself. You're paying because you know that what I do works and my system works, and it's going to lead you to commission checks. So the ones that follow the system to T and join these webinars that you're on right now and pay attention and implement these things, they do really, really well. And most of them are closing between 3 and 8%, depending on which package they're on. I always tell people, I can generate quality leads for you guys. I can generate great leads for you guys, but I can't close them for you, right? You have to. I actually had somebody comment in the group a while back, and she was like, I was talking about, how many signed listings my clients had, and she actually said, signed listings are great, but they're nothing if I can't close them, which means basically saying my leads were shit if she can't close them. I'm sorry, but if I got you 5 signed listings in a month from leads that, or I'm sorry, not me, but if I got you leads that converted to signed listings, if you can't close them, that's on you, right? I can't sell them for you. If you sign the listing, my job's done. I can't sell it for you, right? Same as me. You know what I mean? With me, you can't do my job for me either. That's the same way. So to think like that is just crazy to me. But yeah, I mean, if you get a buyer approved for a loan and you're out shopping and you can't find them a house, that's no reflection on me. My job's done. You got solid leads. So again, keep that in mind. You have to keep following up. People who follow up and follow the systems, they close really, really well. Another question I get, and again, guys, please ask questions. There's going to be plenty of you guys that I know have questions. Don't be afraid to ask them. I'm going to give you guys about 20 seconds to ask any questions you want right now so we can break this up a little bit. And then I'm just going to continue to cover some of the top questions that I get. and then I'm going to go into showing you some stuff in Ads Manager as well. All right, so one of the other questions I get, or actually, here's another question here coming in. What's the best way to get leads from Facebook? Will they message us directly? No. So I don't use messenger ads because a lot of times they'll talk to you, but they won't end up giving you their information, and they're not required to put their information up in order to initiate a message with you. I do lead generation ads through lead forms where they give you their first name, last name, email, phone number. The types of ads I use, these are in the scripts I use and the designs I use. People know that you're going to be reaching out to them to get specific information in order to get them the right setup for what they need. So if it's a list of homes, to make it an easy ad, I need to know what area you want to be in, what price range you want to be in, how many bedrooms you need, all, school, whatever, right? I need to know those things before I can send you an accurate list. That's my reason for calling. And I don't send anything to a lead until they speak to me. If you start sending them stuff before they speak to you, then they have no reason to talk to you. You're already sending them the stuff. You need to create a relationship with these people before you send them anything. Let them talk to you, because most people end up working with the last agent that they spoke with. You got to make sure that's you. If you're not doing that shit, you're gonna fail, right? And a lot of people do in that regard. So another question I get is, what scripts do you use? I don't use scripts. When you call a lead and you go, hey, Madison, this is William Hegman. I'm calling from All City Real Estate. How are you doing today? Sound like a robot, right? And most people reading off of scripts sound like a fucking robot. And that's a problem. People think you're a telemarketer. You're not following up quick enough. Most people don't think that speed to lead is important on Facebook leads. It is, right? You need to catch these people the second they're looking at this stuff. You need to call them quickly or have a program in place that can do it for you. For example, auto text messages, emails, voicemail jobs, things that we set up for you through the CRM on my training. But it's really as simple as this. When you call a lead, right, when you open it up, hey, this is William Hegman, and I'm calling because of blah, blah, blah. You don't think you're a telemarketer? A lot of you have probably already experienced this. They'll say F off, or they'll hang up on you. They think you're a telemarketer. They don't even give you a chance to really tell them what you're calling for. When I call you, I'm going to say, hey, Madison, this is William Hegman. You submitted your information on my ad about XYZ, whatever the ad's about. How can I help you today? Or what can I do for you? I basically just said, hey, Madison, this is William. You hit me up. What's up? I just said it in a nice way. Put the ball back in your court. Same way I'm going to leave a voicemail. If I leave a voicemail personally, I don't leave voicemails until like the 10th or 12th call, because if I leave voicemails, then they're going to wonder why I keep calling back. I just keep calling back. So again, I don't use scripts. I continue to follow up on these leads as much as I can until they answer the phone. We spend a ton of money on leads. I'm not going to just call these people twice and then kick them out of the door like a lot of agents do. What the hell is the point of, generating leads if you're going to quit everything you do? And that's the problem with a lot of people in the business is they jump from one program to the next before they've spent enough time on one thing. Marketing is not a turn it on Monday and have deals close on Tuesday, not for real estate. That's not how this works, right? You have to give this thing time to build up. Think about the numbers for a second. 3 to 8%. Even if it's 8%, that means out of every 100 leads you get, only 8 are going to convert into a deal relatively quickly. That means you're working 92 other leads that are not going to talk to you, not going to answer the phone for a while, may not answer for 6 months. But people lose sight of the fact on the ROI. Even if you're paying, say, $10 a lead, right? You generate 100 leads, okay, $1,000, but you closed even 3 deals at your average in your market out of that. The ROI is phenomenal. People lose sight of that, and they start thinking about, oh man, I just worked through 20 leads, didn't get anything. Well, you know what? Leads 50 through 80 might be where you find your 3 leads, right? And that's what you got to focus on. Okay, call, buy or die. Don't get upset when leads tell you to fuck off. You want that. If those leads aren't going to work with you, like I said earlier, you want that to happen. Okay, you don't want them, spinning you around in circles and not talking to you. You want to move them into the dead lead bucket and move on. Okay. It's a waste of time to call 100 leads a day that have no intention of buying anything at all from you guys. And then of course, my next thing is what you already brought up, Madison. But we can't use your branding. Well, we can. I won't. I refuse to use your branding on any of my ads. My ads are tested, set up, designed, custom for every single agent. These are not cookie cutter ads. Agent A is not going to get the same exact design as agent B. Everything is set up custom, built to fit your demographic or the type of market you're in. If you're in Austin, very music and artsy. If you're in Dallas, very business professional. New York, same thing. California, more laid back. I design my ads and my verbiage based around the type of demographic you have in the area, from multiple angles, right? The type of people. Are they artsy? Are they music centric? Are they, business professionals? Are they artists? Whatever, right? That's what I'm looking for. Okay. Branding, I always tell people this way, and again, it sounds bad. I don't mean it to sound bad, but it sounds bad when people go, "Well, I'm not going to work with you because I want to use my branding on there." Well, I'm like, "Okay, well, good luck. I wish you luck out there." But here's the reality: if your branding was working for you, you wouldn't be talking to me about setting up ads for you. This is what I do for a living, and I spend a lot of money doing it. It's not that I don't want to use your branding because I don't like it. It's I don't want to use your branding because the market doesn't like it, right? And I know what they like. That's why I've been here for 10 years doing it. I even have ads that I run in certain areas where I completely hate the design of the ad, but my personal feelings about this shit does not matter. I can hate the colors yellow and black together all day long, right? But if yellow and black is what's driving a good cost per lead and a higher close rate lead and a higher quality lead, what do you think I'm going to run? Right? I don't care what my personal opinion is. I don't care what your personal opinion is. The data tells me where we need to be on a daily basis and what we need to be running. Okay. I'm going to answer another question here. Can leads funnel to the CRM? Yes, they can. It depends on the CRM. Most CRMs integrate with Facebook or either through that or Zapier. There are a few that do not. So you want to be, conscious of that. Let me see. I have one through my brokerage, or will I have to do this manually? Depends on which one you have through your brokerage. Some work, some don't. Um, you can also get your own. You don't have to rely on your brokerage's CRM. I personally don't recommend you guys put your leads into a brokerage owned CRM because 99.999% of the time in your IC agreement with your brokerage, it states that if you get removed from the brokerage for any reason, if you leave, whatever, they will take your leads, they will disperse them to the agents in the local market center, and they will work your leads. It will happen. I don't care what anybody says. It happened to me. It happens to people all day long. And I always recommend you keep your leads separate. You choose not to, that's on you, right? That's something you have to deal with if you ever leave your brokerage. But again, you can use multiple other tools for that. All right, so I've got a few more things that people kind of bring up. Command does work, Wendy. Command will work. So CRM questions, I'll lead into that since we're talking about it. People have asked, is your CRM included with the system? I don't include a free CRM, no. Your Facebook ad spend, of course, that's on you. You pay Facebook to, display your ads whenever you want. The CRM, if you have your own, you can use it. I have a CRM, it's $49 a month. Does not require you to spend money on Zapier after the fact. Does direct connect, does SMS, does texting, does multimedia, email, everything you can think of. You can connect a website to it through, Zapier integrations and things like that. So you can have IDX. But again, I personally don't connect websites because I want my leads completely dependent on me. I don't want them searching on my website all day. When they need something, I want them coming to me. I want them bothering me, so to speak, because it gives me another chance to talk to them and another reason to, another opportunity to build more rapport with these people. Wendy's asking, what is Zapier? So Zapier is a tool. Just think of it as a bridge. It's a tool that moves data from one tool that collects data to another tool that you need to send it to. So for example, Facebook's collecting the lead data. Facebook connects directly to my CRM. It connects directly to Lofty and Follow Up Boss, but it does not connect directly to KV Core. KV Core refuses to put a direct connection in place. A lot of those CRMs that they do that because they want to make it difficult for you to import leads so that you cave in and buy their lead generation, which we all know is the same old crap, what's your home worth BS that everybody else sells. Right? There's nothing unique about it. There's nothing custom about it, and the lead quality is usually not that great. But that's what Zapier for is, Wendy. If you have any follow up questions on that, let me know. And as far as CRMs go, I do have social CRM. Again, at Direct Connects, I gave you all the rundown on that. If there are people new watching this, you can look at all of the reviews in the group. You can ask those people questions. You can ask me questions. What you guys need to do though on this is whether you work with me or not, it doesn't matter, right? I've got a lot of business. I stay booked out really far, but I still care if you guys survive or not. That's why I let people on these webinars for free, whether they're my clients or not. I could easily just, restrict this to my clients only who have paid for my service and give them free follow-up advice, but it doesn't matter, right? I just want to help you guys out. And if at some point you buy my leads or you buy my packet, my social agent training, great. I can get you set up, cool. If not, no biggie. Keep enjoying the group and do your thing. I'm here for whatever you need. But let's take a look real quick because I got through things really fast. You guys, I usually have a lot more people on, but I know that it's kind of scarce right now because I changed the time 2 days ago with not enough time for you guys to really prepare for that change. But let me go look at somebody's account. So Brad Desi, right? He just trained with me recently. He's a client that's probably bought, every time I come out with new ads or new packages, he purchases the newest stuff. He does really, really well with my training. He just launched his ads recently on the new mega package that he purchased. My internet's running kind of slow, so forgive me, guys. Hopefully you can see this, but look at this. So, say hi to everybody. I'm on a webinar. There's my daughter, guys. She's home early from school. Hey, I gotta finish this. Okay, bye, baby. Sorry about that, ladies and gents. He's got his thinking of selling ad on. It's an ad about thinking about selling your home. Here's some click here to get some information on how to help you get your home ready for sale. He's got 35 leads. Now keep in mind on a direct sellers ad when you're going after sellers, the cost per lead is going to be higher than a buyer lead because the market's much smaller for sellers, right? Smaller market, higher cost per lead, but they convert at 8 to 10% on these seller leads. But right now he's only paying $17.24 for these, whereas on a list of homes buyer ad, which also draws in a number of sellers, you're going to pay. Look at that, there it is right there. 37 leads, list of homes, $7.40. And I think he's already got 3 or 4 deals working out of this already. He's supposed to post another updated review for me soon. Let me see if there's somebody else in here. As you can see, I've got a lot of people on the list here. I train a lot of people every day. I'm gonna try to pick somebody here. Believe it or not, a lot of you guys will sign up and then not run your ads for weeks at a time. I've no idea why that happens, but it happens. Let me check a couple more here. My system is running really, really slow. Look, it's even struggling. I guess I'm going to have to reload the page here, I guess. If any of you guys have any other questions, ask them now, please. That way I make sure I get to everybody before, in this thing. Let's see, go back over here and figure out why this is going on. Okay, so he's got 3 ads on right now. I do know that he's in like Silicon Valley, California, so cost per lead is going to be a bit higher. Let me see what he's got. So he's running. He's not doing bad at all. He's got 1,703 leads on his homes under 200K, $5.78 a lead. He's got 985 leads at $5.31. You got 248 seller leads at $21. That's insane for Southern California. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This is not normal for. I mean, maybe it's just time of year, but this is usually about $30 to $35 lead. I told you guys I'm honest with this stuff. It makes me look bad to say that, but anything under $50 a lead on these particular sellers ads, because they close at such a high rate, is really, really good. Because if you think about it, you generate 100 leads for $50 a piece. Do the math on that. $5 grand, right? And you're closing probably 8 listings from that, maybe 10. Your ROI is stupid high. It's insane. I mean, you spend 5 grand and you're bringing back, 300-400K. Um, um, I'm sorry. I said Silicon Valley in Southern California. I think he's in Silicon Valley. He's like right in the heart of that area. I don't know California very well, so don't hate me, but he's out in that area somewhere. And yeah, Wendy. So next steps, if you want to sign up, you would just shoot me a message on Facebook. It's the Will Hegman account. It's verified. You'll see the blue check. Um, I'll send you the information on the training, what the prices are if you haven't already received that. If you have, then message me and say, hey, I want to go with option whatever, and we'll get you paid up, get you scheduled, and get you on the books and ready to roll. That's how that process works. Let's see. There's a few more questions in here. Do you pay per lead? So Danielle, it's not really pay per lead. So you'll see her on Facebook leads like $21, but this is just an average. So let's just say you started tomorrow and you set your ad to $20 a day, right? If you got 0 leads for the first 4 days, you spent $80. But then on the 5th day, you've now spent $100, but you got 10 leads in a row. Your cost per lead goes down to $10. Then if you spent another $100 and got 0, which that never happens, but then it would double, right? Then the next week, so on and so forth. You got 20 more leads, it goes back down. So it's always fluctuating cost per lead. Cost per lead is simply how much I've spent on Facebook divided by how many leads I've gotten. But there's no guaranteed, minimum or no guaranteed maximum. One day I could spend $20 and get 1. The next day I could spend $20, it'd be a better day, and I get 7. You just never know how that's going to work out. Wendy, his name is Brian Noy, Ngoy. Um, let's see. You've been awesome, Will. I turned on my ads Tuesday night and the leads are rolling in. That's awesome. That's great to hear. I'm glad it's working out really well for you. Thanks for letting me know that, by the way. I usually check everybody's leads the week after they start running them and see how they're doing. So that's great to hear. Otherwise, guys, I really don't have anything else. Again, it's very, very simple. Text your leads, the stuff that I teach on these webinars. Go back and listen to that opening statement. Text them that same thing. Call them and leave those voicemails. Talk to them when they answer. Right? Very simple. Open it up with that line, and the rest of the conversation should flow. Right? Don't try to automate everything. You can't automate building rapport. You have to talk to these people. You have to get them on the phone. You have to be okay when people tell you to fuck off. Like, it's just reality, right? It's going to happen. You can't get discouraged by it. I see so many people get so angry when people tell them that. And I'm just like, okay, sure. I move them into the dead leads. I move on. Why? Because me sitting there stewing about it for 20, 30 minutes isn't going to change anything. It's going to piss me off more. It's going to throw my day off. And then I'm going to make less money. Move them on, move to the next one, because you might get 5 that tell you to F off, but then you might get that 6th one that tells you, hell yeah, I'm ready to roll. $600K house, $1 million house, 12, 18,000, 20,000, 30,000 in commission. It's worth it, right? These are the big differences between the top agents and the top teams and agents that don't follow a process and stick to it. I've even seen really shitty processes out there that I'm like, I would never run my team that way. But you know what? They're consistent with it, and they're at least making a living, right? That's the goal, right? For me, I don't want to just make a living. I want to build wealth through real estate, whether it be sales or whatever, right? But other people are content, just making 150K a year, and that's okay. But you're not even going to make that if you don't pick a process and stick to it. Like, you just have to do that. Okay. Does anybody else have any other questions before we end this thing today? I normally would go for an hour, but I do have to get out of here. I got about an hour and a half drive to my heart scan appointment. Fingers crossed that goes okay. And then I'll be available. I'll post this later on. I'll go ahead and forward it into the group. on the live I did on my Facebook. I'll upload it to YouTube as well, and then I'll email out the link on top of that. But I'll do that tonight when I return. I'm going to give everybody another few minutes to respond, and then I'm going to, or another 30 seconds or so to respond, and then I'm going to bounce and take off. Think you guys learned a bit today. At least I hope you did. And if you need anything from me, do not hesitate to reach out. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, everybody. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to take off here. Again, if you need anything, shoot me a message. I'll be sitting in that hospital for a little while, so I'll be responding to messages and talking to people. Shoot me a message, and I got you covered. Otherwise, you guys have a great day. Have a great weekend if we don't speak before. And if you haven't trained with me yet and you have questions, I'm here for you if you need me. And I look forward to working with you should you sign up. You're welcome, Andrea. Y'all take care. Hey, Madison, I just caught your question. Yeah, I'll actually forward this live into the group, and I'll put the CRM link in the comments. And you're very welcome, by the way.